lap being given for misses. And now the Russian Federation team is on the track. Tank Biathlon 2022. Well, guys, we are placing high hopes on you today. Eastern Military District goes first in this individual hits. That was a decision taken by the referees for Russian team, easily traversing the restricted maneuvering course. Is the driver for Russian Federation today, Sergeant Sandan Sanjiev. The tank is now about to stop at the ammo loading site, and quite soon we're going to watch the first fire mission. Major Ildar Sagdiev was the coach last year. Ilnar also is the former champion of the biathlon 2014, 20 part in the All Army Games. Russian Federation was a champion and prize winner. So he was a referee, then he was a senior referee, and today we're watching some great coordinated work from Russian Federation team. And we have the Chief Commander of Ground Forces Russian Federation, Army General Oleg Leonidovich Salukov, watching his team, and also Deputy Minister for Defense, Russian Federation, hero of Russian Federation, Army Colonel General Unuzbek Gurov. So, dear friends, we are expecting the first fire mission from the red color-coded tank representing Russian Federation, and we have the first shot, and it's on target. First target representing the tank has been hit. Oleg Orlov is the sergeant, senior sergeant, that is performing this fire. Very well done, some great fire accuracy we're seeing today. And here are the second and third crews on the stands, batting, supporting their teammates. Certainly going first is an additional challenge, additional pressure on this tank, on these tankers. And we see the Russian tank now tracking for target. Oleg Orlov performing this fire carefully. Certainly lots of pressure is riding on his shoulders in this third shot for the third target. We're all holding our breath, expecting the third shot from Russian Federation tank. The chief referee in the meanwhile is giving Kyrgyzstan team 2 penalty laps for missing target number 12, representing the tank in their last fire mission. So an additional kilometer, and now fire, and it's a hit. Bravo! This was Oleg Orlov at the main caliber of this T-72B3. We'd like to also wish Oleg Orlov happy birthday. Just yesterday, this gunnery senior sergeant turned 28. Bravo, some great fire accuracy. That's exactly what we've been expecting from you. I think the whole of Russia is now watching and proud of their heroes. So now we're watching the obstacle minefield being passed by the tanks. No doubts in the replays. Clean hits on all the targets. Not on edges, but almost bullseye practically. We can see 125 millimeter shell holes following in the targets following this fire mission. Bravo once again. So T-72B3 for Russian Federation is continuing its progress along the track. Well, we can see Belarus team has done some serious homework from last year. We recall last year's performance for the team was not that fortunate. They weren't able to make the finals. However, the guys did not waste time sitting idle. They were practicing year-round, and this is the first harbinger of Belarus military prowess using these tanks. Certainly some fire accuracy worthy of the winners of tank biathlon. The final is going to see 4 teams from the first division, and individual heat results will determine 2 semi-finals featuring 4 strongest teams, the winners of individual heats. And this will also go in the rankings for statistics. And now we are watching People's Republic of China, and this is clearly not a T-72B3, is it? The People's Republic of China is using the opportunity to import their own tanks for the contest. This is the chance for reaching any... Well, back to People's Republic of China. The first target for China is down. And the gunner for People's Republic of China, Huan Minfin, is tracking for the second target, and it's a kill. 2 out of 2, tracking for target number 3 is the 96 type, 96B, 8-year veteran of People's Liberation Army of China. Is at the weapons controls, and we see 1 additional ammo round given to the People's Republic of China. We saw a ricochet, most likely the round, the shell fell short. It ricocheted and then knocked the target. This will not be counted as scoring, and an additional shell will have to be loaded. Another shot is taken, and now Russian Federation is tackling the next target representing an enemy helicopter. And with the first rounds in the first volley, the target is hit. The flare is smoking, proving the fire accuracy for this anti-aircraft machine gun gunnery Senior Sergeant Oleg Orlov. The family, his wife Anna, are supporting their husband, watching his performance live today. Same as his parents and all of Zabaikalia region and all of Russia. Next shot also on target for People's Republic of China. Targets number 12 have been downed by the Chinese crew. The gunner was able to concentrate and avoid penalties. People's Republic of China will not be given any penalty laps. And careful now for the driver. Giving way on the right. Russia is surging forward. We can see the tank flying across the range. Speeds exceeding 78 kilometers an hour. Almost 80 kilometers an hour. We saw was the speed during overtaking on this long straight. The tanks are simply flying across the range today. What a fantastic show. Certainly not many pit stops have been, or penalty laps have been recorded today, but it's not over yet. And let us come back to the competition track, and we see the Russian Federation tank now exiting the fourth obstacle, having cooled its tracks in the water, closely followed by the Chinese Type 96B. Certainly the tankers, dear friends, treat their tanks as live beings. They talk to their tanks. And the tank certainly is the fourth crew member. Just look at this beautiful armored machines just flying. This MBT main battle tank is the basis of the Russian Armed Forces Tank Corps. And also, by the way, dear friends, The 1st of October will see the Day of Ground Forces Armed Federation celebrated according to the presidential decree. The history of Russian Federation ground forces takes place in 1550. That was the day Ivan the Terrible, has decreed the foundation of ground forces for Russia. This day, the 1st of October, please don't forget to wish all those in ground forces Russian Federation the best of service. Wish the veterans, cadets, serving members. I think we'll need to congratulate everyone, and another fire mission. And in a few moments we're going to see red targets raised for the Russian Federation team. The tank is now at the firing lane and is now installing and is now loading ammo. All the engines must be turned off per safety regulations. The crew has to line up outside and then load the rounds for performing live fire using the 8.62 coaxial machine gun. 700 meter is the range to target, and now the People's Republic of China tank is also here to perform their fire mission on target 25, also representing the enemy helicopter. We can see the Chinese crew loading the ammo, preparing their coax. The whole team is working like clockwork, and they're also reporting ready to fire, while Russia is tracking for its first target. Well, I think we're all holding our breath, and we just saw target number 9 hit. Great gunnery from the Russian Federation gunner, Senior Sergeant Oleg Orlov. Great fire accuracy, just shatters with 5 hits out of 5 this target. And now we're watching China. The target is yet being raised and they're firing already. He'd like to hit it faster. And the flare is smoking. It's a hit. Well done for the tank commander of the China team, Lieutenant Pan Yu, not scoring any penalties. And we're watching Belarus record their next lap time, 14:58, 1 minute 21 seconds behind the leaders, Russian Federation. And that was certainly a mistake, resulting in a pit stop that slowed down Belarus, preventing them catching up to the race leaders. Now the speed is straight, 80 kilometers an hour was the speed recorded. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that the highest speed record on this track was also belongs to Russian Federation team and stands at 84 kilometers per hour unbroken. While the tactical specs suggest the tank is capable of achieving speeds up to 70 kilometers. However, we often see this speed exceeded. These tanks are certainly quite modern and fast fighting machines. 80 kilometers per hour. Amazing speeds. Great day here at Labina, and we're watching the Chinese team streaming along at 66, almost 70 kilometers an hour for the Type. Once again reaching 70, the Type 96B for People's Republic of China. Taking the sharp turn now, continuing progress, slightly skidding. We can see the tank being leveled by the driver, and they're about to enter the next obstacle, which is the ford. Very similar in terms of tactical specs to the Russian 17:53. No rollbacks, no stops are allowed, and we're watching Russia also surging along to the finish. 5 out of 5 targets are down. Lap 3 speeding for the finish line in the 10th anniversary tank by Endlong. Bravo! Russian Federation first crew has completed its race, recording best time of 21:09. Only 21 minutes. This was the first crew, Russian Federation. Tank Commander Senior Lieutenant Dmitry Bochkaryov. Also, happy birthday to Senior Sergeant Gunner Oleg Orlov and the driver Santan Sancheev. Well done, guys. The whole of the chief of the referees at the command post is applauding. Thank you for the show of prowess, show of power from the Eastern Military District, Russian Federation Armed Forces Tank Corps. We see the military salutes being exchanged and the victory circle is being performed. Pockets number 12. We saw a technical delay. There was a 58-second technical delay, and the referee panel is going to look into the cause of this technical delay. Technical commission is staffed by the representatives of the manufacturer and also member countries in the contest. In case the technical delay is ruled through no fault of the crew, time will not be added. However, penalties will result in the technical faults through the crew's own faults. (17 minutes 52 seconds) is the time elapsed for People's Republic of China in this individual hits Division 1 on this fine Sunday, the 14th of August. Belarus is confidently headed for the finish line, passing through the minefield obstacle. Not an ordinary obstacle, by the way, made other by its location. It follows the long straight and the sharp turn at the end of this long straight. And certainly this location of the minefield obstacle makes it quite tricky for the gunners to quickly bleed the speed and pass the mines between the engines. Now China is resting the slope, and we have no slope obstacle with an S-car obstacle in the middle. White flags indicate clean passage of the slope by People's Republic of China. Now going through the S-car obstacle, we can see a bit of dust raised by the tanks out in the ground, and Belarus is now almost at the finish line. Closely followed in lap 3 by the Chinese People's Liberation Army, Type 96B, about to take their third last fire mission. Yesterday, by the way, we saw some great performances from Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, by the way. Myanmar also performed strongly. Mongolia and Azerbaijan were a bit off the mark, but these were only the first crews. Yet, lots can change, and certainly it's not over until the last day. And we're watching targets number 9, race for People's Republic of China, while Belarus is at the finish line. Congratulations to Belarus servicemen, recording best time of 23:20. Set behind 2 minutes 11 seconds behind race leaders. Russia. And we're seeing China performing its live-fire mission on the coaxial machine gun for the Type 96B, and target is hit. Let's see the second target for Kyrgyzstan. They have 15 rounds loaded. 15 rounds actually loaded for this coaxial machine gun fire. They include 6 tracers to better correct the fire along these targets. The target still remains intact, and Russia, China, Belarus is now finished. Belarus is giving the military salute to the referees and coaches. The referee and also the chief coach from Belarus welcomes his servicemen. By the way, last year we remember Belarus had 1939 best time recorded last year. It's possible that we're yet to see the strongest cruise for Belarus perform in the coming days of this 10th anniversary tank biathlon. The second crews are about to take the field on the 17th of August, dear friends. And I know that many of you are wondering where can the tickets for the tank biathlon be purchased. And tickets are available at the Tank Biathlon website. The tickets are worth around $20 in exchange rates, and the website is called Tanki, T-A-N-K-I -biathlon.com. So this is the place for your tickets for this wonderful event. Also, back to the track, and last year Kyrgyzstan, once again I remind you, took the gold in the second division, getting its ticket to the first division event where we're watching them this year. The driver for People's Republic of China, Cao Laitzun. The gunner was Sergeant Huan Minting, and the tank commander was Lieutenant Pan Yo. Some great fire accuracy, some great driving from People's Republic of China. Very well prepared driver, only making a single mistake. Hard to call it a mistake, even for Belarus was recorded in the minefield. Apart from that, we're seeing some great driving, some great maneuvering around this course. And China is now racing for the final obstacles, is into the anti-tank trench. 24:15 is the time recorded elapsed into the race so far, and only meters remain before the finish line. So now China is greeting its tankers. Blue color-coded tank 96 Type B. A very strong side. Our dear friends and partners from People's Republic of China are annually taking part in this tank biathlon, and bravo, it is the finish line. Very well prepared side. 24:42. 5 targets out of 5 down. No penalty pit stops assigned. Bravo to the Chinese tankers, well done. Now flying their national colors during the victory lap in front of the stands. And this amicable atmosphere at the tank biathlon remains even during the hits. There are no arguments, no controversy. The international referee panel is closely cooperating, helping each other. Certainly the gracious hosts at Labina Army Proving Ground are welcoming all of the teams, and Chinese People's Republic in particular recording this great time of 24:42. The chief referee and chief coaches of Chinese team are welcoming, saluting their heroes. Chinese team has been half changed. The coaches have been changed this year. They're shaking. They're about to discuss the day's events, do their homework, and we eagerly expect the 7. Good day, hello, greetings, all the fans of this tank biathlon, 17th of August 2022, Labina Army Proving Ground, the 10th anniversary tank biathlon of the 8th Army International Games is in full swing. Now, we are seeing more individual hits on this fine sunny day, providing for great visibility. Dear friends, dear fans, dear supporters, we are in for a real treat today, since the lists for this race include Belarus, China, Kyrgyzstan, and the unbroken, undefeated, the undisputed champions, Russian Federation. The second crews are taking the field today. A great number of fans is supporting their teams in the stands, and we're expecting some more thrilling actions. China, Belarus, Russia, and Kyrgyzstan, second cruise. So, friends, to start with, let us introduce the referees for this race. Every country appoints a separate referee. Kyrgyzstan, Lieutenant Colonel Rustam Sadikov, Russian Federation, Major Ilnur Sagdiev, Republic of Belarus, Major General Andrei Nekrashevich, and People's Republic of China, Lieutenant Colonel Yuihun Zhen. 4 fire lines are marked for the 4 color-coded tanks. 4 crews are going to appear in this tank biathlon today. On the right flank is the tank color-coded green, Republic of Kyrgyzstan. Tank commander, Lieutenant Azamat Zhaldashbekov. Gunner, Junior Sergeant Zhanubulat Eraliyev. And the driver, Sergeant Aziz Gapurjanov. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Republic of Kyrgyzstan. Color-coded red, Russian Federation. The tank commander introducing Lieutenant Marcel Akhtareyev, the gunner, Cadet Daniil Nikolaev, and the driver is Senior Sergeant Sergei Sinenko, Russian Federation. Please put your hands together. The third fire line is the yellow color-coded tank, Republic of Belarus. Introducing the tank commander, Senior Lieutenant Valentin Radyush. The gunner, Warrant Officer Dmitry Soldatenko. And the driver is Corporal Pavel Filipovich. That was Republic of Belarus. And now, on the opposite flank is the People's Republic of China, the tank color-coded blue. Tank commander, Sergeant Zhao Menze. Gunner, Senior Sergeant, Second Class, Kan Lianlian. And the driver is the Junior Sergeant, Gao Erzin. People's Republic of China, second crew. So, dear friends, everyone is in great mood, and we're expecting epic action today. This is your all-time tank biathlon host, Nikolai Fedorov, and co-hosting for the English-speaking audiences, Dmitry Kulinsky. The signal is given here at Alabina Army Proving Ground. And it's time to start your engines. The crews include, this race includes 3 Russian-produced T-72B3s featuring the teams of Russian Federation, Belarus and Kyrgyzstan. The People's Republic of China is using the Chinese-produced Type 96B. For many years now, they're using their own equipment at this tank biathlon. Their tank is compatible in terms of technical specs to the Russian-made T-72B3s. And introducing the chief referee, Major General Kirill Kulakov. The chief referee is now listening to reports from all the coaches of all the crews taking part. After all the reports are received, the order forward is going to be given, and Kyrgyzstan is the first to take off. Dear friends, the second individual hits for the 4 first division teams is on. Kyrgyzstan is into the restricted maneuvering section. They have to pass this, they have to dance their tank around the obstacles without scuffing the poles, unless they need to score some penalty time. Every pole is going to result in a penalty pit stop. The second lot of penalties are the penalty laps, 500 meters each, which are assigned for missing the 5 mission targets. Certainly, we're all here expecting some thrilling fires, some precise shooting. This is the stuff why we're here for. The tank biathlon is one of the most, one of the biggest spectator army games. Back in 2013, at the initiative of the Minister of Defense, Russian Federation, the hero of Russia, Army General Sergei Shoigu, at Alabina Army Proving Ground, conducted the tank biathlon for the first time, later giving birth to Army International Games. In the first hits back in 2013, only 4 countries featured: Russia, Kazakhstan, Belarus and Armenia. This year, we see the clash of 21 countries from all around the world. Dear friends, certainly an unforgettable, unique spectacle of military power. And now, the first fire mission for Kyrgyzstan, certainly one of the brightest fire missions of this race. The 3 targets are raised simultaneously, representing enemy tanks. Missing any one of these targets will result in 2 penalty laps per target. That's a change this year. Last year we only used to have 1 penalty lap per target missed. However, since these targets, tank targets, are considered to be critical, we increased the importance of this fire mission, and the first shot is a hit for Kyrgyzstan. Great start for the second crew. First shot time, by the way, should not exceed 20 seconds. And the second shot looks like it's missed. And the gunner is preparing for the third. In case the targets are missed, the first division teams are assigned additional ammunition. They need to load as many additional shells according to the number of targets missed. And in case they are not able to hit the targets with this additional ammo, then penalty laps are assigned. And it's a hit on the third target, 2 out of 3. Well done. And now time for loading this extra shell to re-engage this second target. The coaches are watching their judges. We can see the pressure, the excitement on their faces. not just the coaches, certainly all the fans of all the teams are on their feet, supporting their servicemen. We're back to the replays. Certainly we'd like to know that Kyrgyzstan last year became the champion of the tank biathlon in the second division, securing their ticket into the first division, where we see them matched against the best world's tankers. In case the team takes the last position in the first division, it's going to be relegated to the second division for the next biathlon. Ammunition is loaded now and they're prepared to re-engage the target. One target is waiting quite lonely for the Kyrgyzstan gunner. Now let's wish him the best of luck. The gunner for Republic of Kyrgyzstan, Janbulat Eraliyev, the junior sergeant, second-year champion of this tank biathlon. Last year, taking gold in the second division. We're holding our breath. All of the fans for Kyrgyzstan are now on the edge of their seats. And it's a shot. Alas, 2 penalty laps is assigned to Kyrgyzstan teams for missing one of the targets. And now Russian Federation, the second crew, is in the ground, all forward, and they're into the restricted maneuvering obstacle, just dancing, skirting these poles. This crew, Russian crew, is now in the top position with the best time of 20 minutes 12 seconds. The first crew represented the Eastern Military District. These are our tankers in the stands. Look at them supporting their teammates as Russia is now racing along this ground, going for the first fire mission, now stopping at the ammo loading bay. Certainly friendship, cooperation and mutual understanding reigns in this tank biathlon, enhancing and promoting brotherhood and spirit of friendship between all of the nations. This is a real tankers friendship. And now I would like you to please note that according to the instructions of the Minister of Defense, Russian Federation, that the Russian team is constantly reshuffled yearly. There are no veterans here. These are all fresh crews. All army games define the winners, which then enter as contestants into the army games. Only the winners of the All Army Tankers Championship feature in this tank biathlon. A truly legendary, unique event, unforgettable and unmatched. Now we are watching Danil Nikolaev, the cadet for Russian Federation, cadet from Kazan Tankers Academy, tracking for target. A delay is now reported. The technical commission is going to later look into the causes for this delay for Team Russia. In case this team is ruled through no crew's fault, then the time wasted for the technical delay is going to be subtracted. However, if this delay is through the crew's fault, the time remains same. These are the rules. Rules are the same for all of the teams. We've seen some races that did have technical delays awarded back to the teams. Certainly the umpires following every race carefully inspect the targets, take photographs to determine fire accuracy, as to leave no shadow of doubt. And only after the hearing of this commission we hear the final verdict and the final results. But as a rule, everything we see on screen stands. now wind direction today is a bit higher than on the previous days, up to 4 meters per second. Not serious wind, however, needs to be accounted for by the gunner in these fire missions. Kyrgyzstan, in the meanwhile, is progressing along the field, taking the obstacles one by one, almost into the second lap. 3 minutes 55 seconds passed for Russian Federation. Certainly everyone is on edge. We are looking into the causes of this delay. However, information is lacking at this moment. Just look at the screen, at the replay now for Kyrgyzstan skidding across. Slightly losing control of this armored vehicle, certainly requiring more attention on behalf of the driver. Certainly they have to hurry, but please don't forget that safety is paramount. Some great work from the driver of Kyrgyzstan. Now in the second lap, 33 minutes 51 seconds was the best time by first crew for Republic of Kyrgyzstan. Certainly a strong side, very well prepared, very focused, which is very important. Let me remind you, last year's goal in the second division was recorded by Kyrgyzstan. This year they're taking part in the first division, and after the show by the first crews, they are in 11th position overall for Division 1. The ratings include lines 15, positions 15 and 16 for Venezuela. And now this is the pit stop, penalty pit stop, observed by Kyrgyzstan team. The tank was slightly too far. They had to stop precisely at the penalty pit stop side. Look, we have a replacement. The tank is being replaced for Russian Federation, color-coded red. Apparently the technical delay was really due to a technical problem. Right now we are going to see the second crew for Russian Federation change their armored vehicles, and we'll later learn the decision of the technical commission, which is going to learn into the causes of this delay. This is going to be resolved after the race. An unexpected turn for our team. Evidently, certainly the team is going to need to catch up on time lost and find even more pressure on their shoulders to perform their best. Kyrgyzstan is continuing its pit stop, and we are watching the crews exchange their tanks. Crew 2 Russian Federation is taking the second vehicle. Doesn't happen very often, but it does happen, and it's always unexpected, certainly. Now, all the best of luck. We're really hoping that no more technical difficulties will be faced by the crews and everything will work out. Reporting right now, the tank is reporting right now to the coaches. The tank commander, Lieutenant Marcel Akhtariev, is reporting ready to take the first fire mission. Ammunition loading. Once again, they'll need to reload this machine as well. These are standard main artillery shells, 125mm. Certainly we don't want any additional shots in case of misses. Certainly making all the fans anxious, but well, this is the tank biathlon, and certainly anything is possible here. We will later learn the reasons for this delay, for this technical problem, and we'll inform all the fans. Now, ammunition is loaded, reporting, ready to fire, and the 3 targets representing enemy tanks are out in ranges from 16 to 1800 meters. It's up to the gunner as to which target to engage first. 20 seconds for the first shot. Time is on, and first shot, and it's almost bullseye. Well done. Well done with the first shot. Now tracking for the second target. The gunner performing this fire for the Russian Federation is the cadet from Kazan Tankers Academy, Daniil Nikolaev, and he hits the second target. Holding our breath for the third. Poor visibility obstructing the target. It isn't clear whether the target is hit or missed. Unfortunately, it's under. The round fell short, is the report. 3 penalty laps for the Russian crew, 2 for missed target number 12, and 1 penalty lap for replacing the tank. According to the rules of tank biathlon, regardless of the reasons for the tank change, this always results in 1 penalty lap, putting more pressure on the shoulders of Russian Federation. And now the Belarus team is in the obstacle, going through restricted maneuvering. Tank commander, Senior Lieutenant Valentin Radish, is leading his crew along. Certainly also a very powerful team, practically every year taking part in the finals, except for last year. We had a very difficult semi-final where Belarus took 6th position. Well, certainly winning and losing both has to be taken in a spirit of good sportsmanship, as Belarus had demonstrated. They've done serious homework last year and they are performing well. Belarus first crew saw best time of 23 minutes 18 seconds in their first individual hits, and this is a replace for the Russian team first fire mission. 2 targets out of 3. A clear miss on the third, unfortunately. Well, certainly an anxious moment for everyone. Not just the fans, not just the supporters are on edge. There's a lot of pressure also resting on the shoulders of our tankers. Back to Belarus, finishing their ammunition load onto the first fire mission, as Kyrgyzstan is in 17 minutes 24 seconds elapsed in the race. Second lap almost done. Sorry, second lap almost started for Kyrgyzstan. 17:37 for Kyrgyzstan recorded first lap time. Now over to Belarus, taking their fire point and first shot. They didn't wait very long for the first shot. Certainly the 20-second rule means you have to be pretty sharp on the main caliber. However, accuracy is also critical here. Second target, bullseye for Belarus. Now about to engage the third target. Sergei Mikhno, the gunner for Republic of Belarus, is the veteran since 2018. Now we see the gunner taking a bit more time, and Belarus is reporting a shot delay for some reason. The time was recorded and logged for Belarus for this technical delay, and Russia continues along the track. They're out of the board, taking a quick path. Usually no first division teams have any serious problems with the obstacles. The first cruise had already successfully demonstrated it a few days ago. Another sharp turn before the restricted maneuvering. Perfectly handling the tank. Just look at the senior sergeant Sergei Sinenko, the driver for Russian Federation. Amazing speed at this turn. Every tank is fitted with GPS trackers, which enable us, dear friends, to not only learn the location of each tank throughout the ground, but also to record real-time speeds. Belarus still out in the fire line, trying to independently remove the cause for this delay. Belarus reported independent removal of the technical delay and fire. Yes, the third target is struck. Bingo for Belarus. 2 out of 3. Now Russia recording the first lap time of 15 minutes, slightly over 15 minutes. Nothing is lost yet, and certainly the race is not over. However, this is going to be a close call. Certainly the odds-on favorites in the race are Russia and Belarus. Let us wait and see the results of today's race, certainly providing some intrigue due to the technical delay. Now 2 targets in the replays are hit by Belarus, and additional ammunition was loaded by Belarus to re-engage the third missed target. Great visibility out here, however, the yellow color-coded targets are usually harder to hit on fine sunny days compared to the other colors, providing glare. And well done, bingo for Belarus. They're continuing on without any penalty laps. Today here in the Russian Federation, look at this. Reversing slightly too far for Kyrgyzstan. The driver making a small mistake. Now out of trouble and back on the course. And Team China is now through the restricted maneuvering. This is the start of Crew 2. We're about to watch their first fire mission after loading the ammo. Well, speaking of the Chinese team, certainly traditionally a very strong performance. Strong tankers, well, acting like a well-oiled machine, absolutely single-minded, fine fire accuracy. Mistakes are possible like with everyone else. However, Team China for many years standing now has been one of the leaders of this tank biathlon and a draw card in the finals as well. Now we're eagerly expecting the final on the 27th of August. And by the way, today the chairman of military production sector for Republic of Belarus arrived at Alabina to watch his team, support his team, and now back to the People's Republic of China. 3 standard artillery shells, same caliber as the Russian main caliber, 125 millimeter. By the way, please note that last year China took silver, 2020 silver, 2019 was not as successful, only taking the 6th position in the rankings. And 7 seconds for the first shot. It's a hit. Bravo for China. Now going for their second target. The Type 96B is the armored vehicle used by the team. Second shot, 1800 meters. Bingo! It's a hit for China. And now, third target. We are holding our breath. Same as all of the People's Republic of China fans and coaches, carefully watching their heroes. They're taking their time. Mistakes should be avoided at all costs. And the third target is also hit. Bravo! 3 out of 3 for China. Good work for the gunner. Senior Sergeant Second Class Kan Lian was at the main caliber cannon of the Chinese Type 96B. And now Marcel Akhtariev, Russian Federation, engaged the second target, representing low-flying enemy helicopter, and it's a hit. They can continue progress without recording any penalty laps. Missing these targets could result in 1 penalty lap, as opposed to 2 penalty laps for missing the tank indicated targets. Certainly the tank targets are the most critical for the main caliber fire mission, hence the difference in penalties, 2-1. Kyrgyzstan is also about to use his anti-aircraft core 12.7mm machine gun, having loaded the ammunition belt, including 15 rounds with 6 traces. As to best control fire accuracy. And now we have a technical report from the flagman that People's Republic of China made a mistake on overcoming the minefield obstacle, hitting the pole, imitating a mine. Hence, People's Republic of China is directed to a penalty pit stop. And now back to Kyrgyzstan, about to tackle the helicopter target. Opened fire. We see first volleys flying. Targets remains intact for Kyrgyzstan. Completely unloaded and secured. The tank is moving out of the fire line. No additional ammo is assigned here on this type of targets. Only the tank targets result in additional ammunition to re-engage. Certainly not always an easy fire mission on the machine gun. Although the takers practice year-round in their own army grounds, in their own ranges, in their countries, certainly excitement, the pressure on the day sometimes prevents the crews from performing their best. Russia speeding across the long straight, flying over the hill. Up to 60 kilometers an hour was recorded in the long straight. No flying jumps, unfortunately, are allowed this year, as in the previous years we used to see lots of flying armor. However, due to safety reasons, this is best avoided this year. People's Republic of China is out of the anti-tank trench without scuffing any holes. Well done, white flags by the linemen indicate clean passage by China. Just look at the fans watching our tankers. Many fans, many supporters are enjoying this great outdoors on this beautiful day to support all of the teams taking place in this tank biathlon and having a great time here at the cradle of the tank biathlon, Alabina Army Proving Ground. Russia just recorded their next lap time of 23:29, as in lap 3. Just over the treadway and is about to face the next obstacle. The rake this year is replaced by the designated stop side. At the designated stop, the crew needs to dismount, pick up their machine gun for coaxial machine gun fire, and move on to the next third fire mission. Tackling target number 9, representing the enemy AT unit with an RPG. And all the stands are screaming, Russia, Russia, Russia. Lots of emotions here in the stands and certainly some serious support for the team, sending the warmth of their applause. The thunderclaps sound across the range. Certainly all the tankers can feel the emotions that they're giving the fans. Everyone, online and offline, YouTube audiences, please support our heroes. All of the teams in this first division race are certainly world's best tankers. Now we're watching the second crew perform. However, please note that the first crew recorded 2012 for best time. Last year's second crew recorded 19 minutes 34 seconds. However, we still had the rake obstacle, which made for less time compared to installing machine guns and designated pit stops this year. Preparing to engage the target. The tank commander for Belarus, and it's on target. Valentin Radush was the tank commander performing this fire mission. The flare is burning on the target, indicating clean hits. The 23-year-old tank commander, first time on this tank biathlon. Now the tank is reversing out of the fire line and is going to continue into lap 3. Russia is now at 26:10, lap 3, 3 targets out of 5, with trying to be careful on the obstacles. Kyrgyzstan in the replays. Let's see the skid by the Kyrgyzstan team, almost doing a U-turn, a full 180. Sorry, a full 360 actually. Certainly this is the tank ballet, where this would be in order. And now Russian Federation is about to engage the third target, 700-meter range, target number 9, imitating AT RPG unit. We can see the traces flying very close to the target, and finally it's hit. Well done, bingo, for Marcel Akhtarev, the tank commander, leading Screw 2. And Daniil Nikolaev is the gunner, for fourth-year cadet at Kazan Tankers Academy. Bravo, well done. Fine fire accuracy here on the remaining 2 targets. Nothing is stopping the Russian team now from reaching the finish, following just a few obstacles. It's down to the driver not to make any mistakes, which could result in priceless time being lost. And China out in the screens now is tackling target number 25, the low-flying enemy helicopter imitation. see rounds flying. Target remains standing for People's Republic of China. It's a miss. Reversing. Now one penalty left is assigned to Team China for missing this target. Certainly not an ordinary race, made even more extraordinary by the sudden, unexpected tank replacement for Russian Federation team. 8-minute 35-second delay was recorded for the team. Apparently there was a technical fault with the main caliber loading mechanism. The representatives of UVZ, the manufacturer, are going to look into the causes and eliminate the cause of this problem. Anything can happen. This is technical equipment, certainly no crew's fault. Now, Kyrgyzstan setting up their machine guns. Kyrgyzstan is in the third lap with 2 targets out of 5. 35 minutes into the race. They still yet have one fire mission to face. Belarus. Designated pit stop. This is a penalty pit stop assigned for breaching the minefield obstacle, similar to Chinese team. Usually this wastes about 1 minute time. The tank has to be stopped at the designated point. The crew has to dismount, inspect the vehicle, then once again take their seats, report to the referees. Inspection is finished. Once again, exit the vehicle, and only then be able to continue. Just look, 73 kilometers an hour is the GPS recorded. 74 kilometers an hour by the Chinese team. Type 96 speed. Great speed, 74 kilometers per hour. The main caliber weapon is a 125mm smoothbore cannon, similar in characteristics to the Russian-produced T-72B3 main caliber. Now, the chief referee of the contest just confirmed that the technical delay of 8 minutes 35 seconds for the Russian team is going to be subtracted from the total time. And the Russian Federation finished with this time of 30:47 minus 8:35, making for best time of about 22 minutes. Well done for the second crew, certainly making us anxious. However, great work. We're certainly proud of you, as well as all of Russia. Guys, well done. Introducing the tank commander, Marcel Akhtareyev, the gunner, cadet, 4th year, Daniil Nikolaev, and the driver, Senior Sergeant Sergei Sinenko. Well, dear friends, that was certainly a memorable show for the second cruise. Military salutes are being exchanged in the ground. A victory lap by the Russian second crew. All of the fans, all of the supporters are supporting their servicemen. Everyone, almost everyone in the stands are on their feet. People's Republic of China going through the obstacles, trying to maintain high speeds. Now, what a crazy mix of motorsport and biathlon this amazing contest is. High speeds, adrenaline-fueled action, target practice, makes for a unique spectacle, unrepeated, unmatched. 84 kilometers an hour, by the way, dear friends. Let me remind you, was the speed record set at this track by the Russian Federation team in the previous years. However, we saw this year, just a few days ago, we saw speeds of up to 80 kilometers an hour. And today, 74, 75 for China. Amazing motorsport event, certainly making all the racing fans happy. Designated pit stop for China. Formal leaders in this race, not accounting for subtracted technical delay for Russian Federation. Certainly no crew's fault resulted in this technical delay, and for this reason 8 minutes and 35 seconds is going to be subtracted from the total time for Russian Federation. And now Kyrgyzstan is about to engage the ATRPG target. Performing this fire mission for Kyrgyzstan is the junior Sergeant Janbulat Eraliyev. He's using the coaxial Kalashnikov tank machine gun, also using 15 rounds with 6 traces, usually quite a sufficient amount of ammo to hit on this target. So far, 2 out of 5 is Kyrgyzstan's fire accuracy. They need to quickly pick up. Yes, and it's a hit, bravo, well done Kyrgyzstan. 3 out of 5. Kyrgyzstan moves back out into the track without recording any penalty laps for targets missed. Please don't forget that Belarus technical delay was also not recorded, and now the causes are being determined. We're also watching in the meanwhile the technical qualifications for combat criteria. This is another novelty introduction this year. On the days when crews are not taking part in the hits, they will be passing the technical qualification rounds with combat criteria such as replacing lost or detracked track or using logs to escape out of quagmires. Every team has to pass technical qualifications, and now Belarus, well done. Target is hit for Belarus, giving them top fire accuracy in this round of 5 out of 5. Dmitry Soldatenko was the gunner, third-time veteran of this tank biathlon. Great work, great fire accuracy, certainly well done for Belarus. Out in the third lap. Let me remind you once again, there was a technical delay logged over 1 minute logged for Team Belarus. It may yet be subtracted from the total time. This was 1 minute and 50 seconds. That was the clarification by the chief umpire. Now China past the hill, past the slope. Once again taking the next designated stop. About to load ammunition for the next lap and the next fire mission. Actually, they're in a firing line now, about to engage their remaining target. This target represents once again enemy ATRPG unit. Coaxial machine gun fire. 15 rounds, 6 traces, and first volleys, the very first volleys hit on this target. Well done for People's Republic of China, just shattering this target. Well done by Kan Lian, senior sergeant second class. By the way, China last year in the individual hits showed us 21 minutes 56 seconds best time. Quite an impressive time, probably unmatched today. it's going to take the Chinese team slightly longer than that to race to the finish. And now on screen, supporting Team Russia and the teams of all the other countries in these heats, we have the Deputy Minister of Defense, Russian Federation, Hero of Russia, General Yunusbek Yevkurov, and the Army Ground Forces Commander, Major General Oleg Selikov. Certainly support from the leadership of the armed forces of the Russian Federation is important for these tankers. No doubt that our tankers are going to perform to their very best to make us proud. Belarus carefully maneuvering across, about to enter the next obstacle. .29.05 Belarus, top fire accuracy so far, and Kyrgyzstan 44.43 finish. Kyrgyzstan, well done. This was the performance of the second crew for Kyrgyzstan. If you recall, the first crew's time was 33.51. However, taking this crew took the second position in the team total tally. Let us reintroduce the team for Republic of Kyrgyzstan. The tank commander was Lieutenant Azaman Zholdashbekov. The gunner was Junior Sergeant Janbulat Eraliyev and the Sergeant Aziz Gaborzhanov, recording best time of 29.48. Now the technical commission has confirmed no fault of Belarus in the technical delay. 1 minute and 50 seconds was subtracted. Russian time is also corrected. 22 minutes, 12 seconds was the second crew time. And Republic of Belarus reintroducing the team at the finish line. Senior Lieutenant Valentin Radyush was the tank commander, gunner Dmitry Soldatenko, and the driver Pavel Filipovich. Well done. Thank you, Belarus. Thank you for a great show. A military salute here in the parade ground, doing a victory lap. China almost at the finish line. Well done, 24.48. Well, dear friends, this was the final time. Just look, Russia 22.12, China 24.48, Belarus 27.58, and Kyrgyzstan 44.43. Reintroducing the Chinese crew, tank commander Sergeant Zhao Menze, second class senior sergeant Ken Lian was the gunner, and the driver was junior sergeant Gao Erzin. The national colors of People's Republic of China are waving here on the parade ground at the Labina Army Proving Ground, same as all the other national flags of all the other teams. A great race, a fine race, certainly unforgettable spectacle. A big thank you to all the coaches that prepared this Division 1 teams to the highest level. Certainly a world-class show on behalf of all of these tankers. Now, tomorrow we're in for another treat for the second division race, featuring 8 countries. And the Chinese fans are still continuing to cheer their servicemen. Good day, dear supporters, dear fans, dear visitors to our Labina Army Proving Ground. this day once again finds us here on this fine Sunday, the 21st of August, for the 10th anniversary tank biathlon of the 8th International Army Games final individual heats races. This is your all-time host, Nikolai Fedorov, and co-hosting for the English-speaking audiences is Dmitry Klinsky. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're in for another fine day, opposite to yesterday's unforgettable race, where we saw rain at about 17 degrees. However, today everything is set for an unbelievable, another unforgettable, remarkable day of racing. And today is the final race, final hits for the first division, featuring Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Belarus, and People's Republic of China. And now, according to the results of today's race, we are going to learn the names of the entrants into the semi-finals. Only the first division teams take place in the semi-final relay races. And then, according to the results of the semi-final race, we are going to learn the names of the finalists and the winners of this year's tank biathlon. Now, introducing the international referee panel. Rustam Sadikov, Ilnar Sakdiev, Andrei Nekrashevich, and Yunhun Zhen. 4 tanks feature in today's race. All of the 5 lines are going to be taken. 3 of the teams are using their own tanks. 2 of them, Russia and Belarus, own T-72B3s. However, China is using a compatible in specs Type 96B Chinese-produced armored vehicle. And slightly later, we are going to give you more technical specs on both vehicles. Right now, at the right flank, introducing the green color-coded tank, Republic of Kyrgyzstan. Tank commander is Senior Lieutenant Shaipulu Irisbek. The gunner is Junior Sergeant Sanjar Bakhitbekov. And the driver is Junior Sergeant Dilmurat Azizov. Kyrgyzstan. Now, introducing the second fire line, the red color-coded tank, Russian Federation, the undefeated champions at this track. Introducing the tank commander, Cadet Savely Dupin, the gunner, Cadet Dmitry Kuklin, and the driver is Sergeant Yakov Ulanov, Russian Federation. And the roof comes off the stands. All the fans are on their feet cheering the reigning champions. Now, over to the third fire line, Republic of Belarus. Introducing the tank commander, Senior Lieutenant Artyom Rys. The gunner is Denis Moisenko. And the driver is Andrei Zelevich. Republic of Belarus, third crew. And now, at the left flank, the blue tank, introducing the third crew for Team China. Tank commander, Senior Sergeant Second Class, Liu Zhe. Gunner, Sergeant Fu Ai. And the driver is Junior Sergeant Wang Jianhua. People's Republic of China, third crew. Well, dear friends, this is the last day for individual hits of this tank biathlon. This is Nikolai Fedorov, your host, and co-hosting for English-speaking audiences is Dmitry Kulinsky. Let's support Russian Federation, support all the teams. The signal to begin race is given here at Alabina Army Proving Ground, and the crews take their seats in their T-72B3s, reporting to the chief referee of the contest, Major General Kirill Kulakov. He is the chief referee of the tank biathlon this year. Also, the head of Kazan Higher Tank Academy, the famous cradle of Russia's top tankers. And the third crew, similar to second crew this year for Russian Federation, is represented with his cadets. Now, the first to start are the Kyrgyzstan tankers with short intervals. Other teams will follow. First Russia, then Belarus, and China will follow. This is going to be a rolling start with intervals. Some changes were introduced this year, mostly to the first division rules. Firstly, simultaneous display of all the 3 tank targets. Earlier, we used to see 1 target raised at a time. However, this year, according to the instruction of the Chief of Ground Forces, Russian Federation, Major General Oleg Salyukov, the rules have been slightly amended. Also, first division saw the introduction of the 20-second rule for the first shot. Now, in case the crew cannot make it within a 20-second allotment to engage the first tank target, it is going to earn itself a penalty pit stop at the penalty pit stop site, 8 of which are dispersed throughout the tournament track. We're expecting to see some remarkable fire missions, some excellent driving feats, and also another third change. It was to introduce 2 penalty laps as opposed to 1 for missing tank targets, since certainly main caliber fires are considered to be critical and paramount of all targets. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the fans are here. We've got a huge turnout in offline and online audiences. They waited for this day. They expected this day. They anticipated it. And now they cannot believe it has come. This final day, introducing the third crew of the Russian Federation, the reigning champions of the track. And right now, we see Kyrgyzstan. This is the coach of Team Kyrgyzstan. And news just in, decision has been taken just now to let Russian Federation team take the field first today. Well, an unexpected turn. It's always more difficult to go first. And now, welcome the team they have come to fear. They have come to respect. They have come to worship Russian Federation. Now all the fans, all of the supporters are certainly excited to learn today who is going to be the strongest out of the 4 teams. Right now, Russia, first crew, leads the rankings in the first division individual hits. Second crew follows in the second position. Third is the Belarus crew, then China and Kazakhstan. Now, the tank is through the restricted passage obstacle. Certainly a lot rests on the shoulders of the driver for Russian team, Yakov Ulanov. When we asked Yakov, what are you dreaming of? He told us he wants to break the speed record that was set here back in 2019. And as you recall, those of us that have been watching us for years, it was 84 kilometers an hour, despite the tactical specs only stating 70. We witnessed this in this rough terrain, speeds of 84 kilometers an hour exceeded by Team Russia. This record remains unbroken on this track, and let's wish Yakov good luck in breaking it today, safely breaking this record. Now, certainly obstacles have to be traversed carefully, since every pole knocked at restricted maneuvering, restricted passage, and the slope obstacles will result in penalty laps. And right now the time has already started. The firing time for the first shot, and the 3 targets are out in the range. First shot, it's a hit. Well done. Remarkable fire accuracy for the first shot. 16 seconds it took the gunner for Russian Federation, Cadet Dmitry Kuklin, and he hits the second target too. Let's hope for a perfect combo here today. He only needs just one more target to make it a perfect trifecta. Holding your breath, and it's a hit! What a perfect combo for Dmitry Kuklin. Amazing. Well, of course, we had not expected anything less from the reigning champions of this track. Now Russia is forward, proceeding to the next laps and more targets. In the meanwhile, Kyrgyzstan is taking the field. We all recall Kyrgyzstan last year taking part in the second division clash, performing amazingly. Spectacular lessons were learned, leaving no doubt to its supremacy. They earned their ticket into the first division in 2022, and Kyrgyzstan, for the first time in the first division, features some amazing, remarkable, unbelievable performances that we have come to expect from this unique motorsport event, the tag biathlon of the Army International Games. Now, this year, 34 various contests are taking place in 35 countries. 21 nations are racing in this year's tag biathlons. 2 editions from last year's 19, and now the replay to the last fire mission for Russia. Amazing fire accuracy. Just look at this. What a fine shot. Amazing work. Now over to the fans. The roof is coming off the stands here at the Labina. The stands are screaming as Russia surges forward. Careful through the sharp turn. No drifts here. We all remember the drama of the previous days when the Armenian team has made us all worry, almost flipping their vehicles in the drifting corners. Now we are going through the restricted passage obstacle, and Kyrgyzstan has just loaded the standard artillery shells. 125 millimeters is the caliber of the main caliber, the smooth bore cannon of the T-72B3. Now the time countdown for 20 seconds is started for Republic of Kyrgyzstan. Let's hope they don't waste any penalty time. And Russia is flying past into the second lap, just recording their first lap time, while Kyrgyzstan just missed their 20-second allotment to take the first shot, earning themselves a penalty after this fire mission. This has taken some time. We're seeing them spending almost a minute at the fire line already. Let's keep our fingers crossed against any technical problems. Ladies and gentlemen, the first division this year has been amazing. All of the crews have been putting in their best. We saw amazing fire accuracy. At least 4 targets out of 5 is the expected fire tally. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't look like a hit. We're going to get an update after it's carefully inspected. However, right now, we could say it's a miss. Continues aiming for the second target. The targets are out at 16 to 1800 meter ranges, and they only need 2 hits. We are going to see additional ammunition loaded by the team. We are seeing some serious delays with Kyrgyzstan fire mission. Ladies and gentlemen, please recall that only 4 minutes is given in total to engage the total of 3 targets. And second shot for Kyrgyzstan. Well, going past the target for the Gunners, and Jar bucket back of Bath. Hopefully he can still change things around. He will get a chance with additional ammo. The whole of Kyrgyzstan, we're sure, is watching their team perform. Third shot. Well, it seems as if 3 additional shells are going to be loaded. And let's wish Kyrgyzstan the best of luck. Perhaps some fresh air will provide more accuracy for the team. Now we are watching the replay of this last fire mission, and in the meanwhile we can give you some tactical specs on the domestic produced T-72B3. It's an upgraded version of the old 72 model, certainly superseded today, but many other domestic-produced world-class tanks, such as T-72B3M, T-80, T-90, or the latest Armata, T-14. However, certainly these have proven over the 10 years of the tank biathlon. This was constituted back in 2013 at the command of Minister of Defense, Russian Federation, the Army General Hero of Russia, Sergei Shoigu. This biathlon has certainly shown us that this T-72B3s are real racing vehicles when it comes to track endurance, precision, fire missions, and certainly this is our classic tank battalion. This is a tank biathlon. Certainly 10th anniversary is going to be remarkable. By the way, today Russia is celebrating Officers' Day. This was first constituted by Peter the Great. Since that day, the 21st of August has remained Officers' Day in the Russian Federation. Let's wish them. And now 25th target has just been hit by Russian Federation. What a fine present for the Officers' Day to everyone present here at Alabina. Savely Dupin was the tank commander. And this cadet this year, only a young cadet, got the honor from Kazan High Tankers Academy to represent the Russian Federation at this tank biathlon. The first team represents the Eastern Military District, and we just saw Kyrgyzstan continue its fire on the tank targets. However, once again, it is a miss. Kyrgyzstan is experiencing some serious problems with fire accuracy today. This will not do. They really need to do their homework after this race. Unfortunately, last shot just went under, and Kyrgyzstan has just earned themselves 3 kilometers in 6 penalty laps. Well, that's not the end, ladies and gentlemen, although Kyrgyzstan are certainly the outsiders in this race. Now, this is going to be an interesting clash between the top 3 teams, Russia, China, and Belarus. Belarus has just taken the track. Now, its servicemen are second-year veterans, along with first-year cadets. And we have come to expect a lot from this team. We anticipate their strong performances every year, and Belarus never ceases to excite us with their faultless execution. Right now, one of the favorites, along with Russian Federation and People's Republic of China, in this amazing motorsport event. Now, there is still a long way to run. Half the teams are in the second lap now, and this was the replay for the last fire mission for Kyrgyzstan. Unfortunately, today found Team Kyrgyzstan not being able to hit on any of the targets. actually surprising us because the previous two crews for Kyrgyzstan put on and strong performance, it should be noted. Well, right now, Belarus is about to proceed to the first fire mission. Ammo has been loaded, and Belarus is in the firing line. Just look at this beautiful tank. We'll continue giving more technical specs throughout the tournament. The main difference from its predecessor, CTC-72, is increased mobility, an upgraded powertrain, increased firepower, fire controls, and Belarus just hit their first target. Well done. Let's expect another two from Belarus, making this a perfect combo. Second, it's also a shot. It's also a clear hit. That is amazing. Amazing fire accuracy from Belarus, along with Russia. And now third. What a sharp shot! What a rocket of a hit for Belarus. Well done. Continuing along. Now, Russian Federation third crew is almost in the third lap, recording just now second lap time after destroying the last low-flying helicopter target. No penalty laps recorded as yet. This is going to be a remarkable clash that's going to enter the record books. Certainly, we already are beginning to realize the finalists of this year. We're not going to name them too early. We'd like to wait for the official decisions, but everyone that watches, that supports and loves this tank biathlon understands that the favorites are going to meet in the finals. But certainly all of the teams are putting in their best. They need to make it to the finals. They need to hold their flags high. They need to set some shining feats of tanking prowess. Now, People's Republic of China in the Type 96B is taking the field, dancing around the restricted maneuvering obstacle. Flawless execution by the driver. Now, Type 96B is compatible to T-72B3, exactly the same cannon, 125mm smooth bore main caliber. Also, anti-aircraft and coaxial machine guns are used by the 42-ton combat vehicle. Russian T-72 weighs 46 tons. It's slightly heavier. The gun is equipped with automatic loader, capable of using various types of ammunition. Official data suggests it's capable of achieving speeds of up to 65 kilometers an hour. But, ladies and gentlemen, we saw speeds over 77 kilometers an hour set by Team China this year. And Russia T-72B3 is capable of at least 84 kilometers an hour. That's the unbroken record, still standing in the record books of the Russian Federation and the International Tank Biathlon. Now, Type 96B is equipped with a 1,000 horsepower supercharged diesel engine, as opposed to the 840 horsepower T-72B3. And now, back to the targets, already set for Team China. And China, with a first shot, strikes on their first target. What an amazing spectacle we are witnessing today, dear followers. This is certainly a treat to all lovers of this incredible fire-fueled motorsport event. Second shot for China. Amazing. Also hits the second target. Let's hope for a perfect combo from this strongest team of this first division tank biathlon. Now we're aiming. He's aiming for the third target, and we're going to check whether it was hit. Yes, it is hit. Well done for China. Certainly no penalty laps and no additional ammo is going to be wasted by this top team. So let's go to the timeline. Russia at the moment leading with 4 out of 5 targets at 17 minutes in the third lap. While now the next fire mission for Russian Federation, and the gunner Dmitry Kuklin is tracking the 700-meter target, and it's a hit. What a rocket of a gunner. This is extraordinary, giving them top 5 out of 5 top fire accuracy in this amazing extraordinary performance. We just saw the chief coach Major Larsaktiv for Russian Federation. Just recently he was the champion of Tank Biathlon 2014, a multiple winner and prize holder of all Army International Games. Time has passed and he is a coach, giving his important experience to young cadets in Russia. Thank you, Ilmar. And now we're back to the race, watching Kyrgyzstan, while China is about to also record their second lap. And Belarus is through the second lap behind the Russian team. All of the teams are certainly putting in their best. This is incredible. Now, this is the long straight where we see astonishing speeds. Right now, 80 kilometers an hour. We saw maximum speed just recorded by Russian Federation in this long straight. Certainly, the stands are also coming alive. This team is going all the way. It's not about to hold back or give up. Now, another change this year is the designated stop obstacle that replaces the rake from the previous years. The crew has to exit the vehicle, inspect the tank, and then load the machine gun for the next fire mission. Tanks, Chinese clearly passed the anti-tank range and is surging ahead into the second lap. All of the line flagmen are also cadets of the Combined Armed Armed Forces Russian Federation College. Certainly also very careful in watching these international teams pass their obstacles, perform their fire missions, and give us clear indications on any mistakes. Red flag signals a mistake, white flag signals clean passages, and right now we are watching Kyrgyzstan. Thanks to the GPS tracker installed, we're able to follow the location and speeds of all the tanks. While Belarus, Senior Lieutenant Artyom Rys has just loaded his 15 rounds with 6 traces. This is a 12.7mm heavy tank machine gun cord, and Belarus is now performing their fire mission. Shot volleys are flying for Belarus, and it's a hit. Well done for Team Belarus. Certainly a strongest of contestants in this race. Now, machine gun is unloaded and locked. Artyom is back into the turret, sealing the hatches, and the tank is moving away. And now the third crew, Russian Federation, at the finish line. Well done. What an amazing, astonishing, extraordinary best time of 20 minutes and 44 seconds. No penalties recorded. Top fire accuracy, giving us a perfect combo on the first 3 targets and not missing any of the machine gun targets. This was the amazing, unforgettable show set by the third crew of Russian Federation. Thank you, dear friends. Thank you for not disappointing us. They certainly, these reigning champions, never fail to strike emotions along with the targets here at Alabina. Military salutes are being exchanged here at Alabina with national colors of Russian Federation flying, celebrating this amazing win, and also the Officers' Day in Russia. Quite soon, these cadets are going to become tank commanders, leaders. So once again, congratulations to the tank crew. Savely Dubin, tank commander, gunner Dmitry Kuklin, and Sergeant Yakov Ilanov, third crew, Russia. What an astonishing show, setting the stands and the audiences alive, taking the roof off today. Right now we're back to Kyrgyzstan helicopter machine gun mission. Let's check carefully whether Kyrgyzstan can improve on their previous failures with the tank targets. Certainly his fire requires corrections by the coaches. The coaches are located at the command post and are watching the crew. Right now we saw a pole, the post of the target being struck, but not the target yet. Do they still have ammo? Yes, we can see volleys flying in short bursts, but it looks like this was the last volley, and Kyrgyzstan is taking its time to give itself the best opportunity to hit the second target. Now China is about to engage the same target. Senior Sergeant First Class Liu Zhe is the gunner who is going to take this mission for the People's Republic. Now, that's the way to go. What a way to go for Kyrgyzstan. They finally hit with the last volley. This helicopter target is down, bowing to Kyrgyzstan tankers. And now China unfortunately missed on their helicopter target and just earned themselves a penalty lap. One penalty lap equals 500 meters. Well, now it will be up to the driver to get the crew free for People's Republic of China out of trouble. And now Belarus records their second lap time, only 43 seconds behind Team Russia. Belarus tankers are performing strongly this year. They're still in with a chance to win this race. Only 14 minutes and they're into the third lap. They took 6th position in the rankings overall last year, but it was not through the lack of trying, let me tell you. In the semi-finals last year, Belarus performed in the pouring rain. That was an absolute downpour, and none of the teams was able to cope. That's the reason for the team taking 6th position last year. And now this was the last perfect combo for Belarus, giving them top fire accuracy at this stage. Certainly putting some smiles on the faces of the fans. Patriot Park at Alabina Army Proving Ground sounds alive with all of the cheers. The fan club, the audiences, offline and online, are supporting all of the crews, all of the teams taking part. Well, the reigning champions had already taken the ground and finished the race, so now there is still a way to go to determine who is going to be the ultimate winners in this race. Now the replay for People's Republic of China. Certainly Chinese tankers are growing in experience year on year. They annually reshuffle their teams almost fully. I say almost because some of the members have already been veterans of this tank biathlon, as opposed to Russia or Armenia team, for instance. According to the order of the Minister of Defense, Russian Federation, hero of Russia, Sergei Shoigu, every year Russian team is completely updated. And the chance to become a winner exists for every tanker in our motherland. Many boys, many young cadets are dreaming of taking the field for their country, dreaming of the honor to fly the national flags and show their best at this tank biathlon. Well, let's wish them all the best of luck, because certainly, dear friends, dreams do come true as long as you practice hard. Now, Kyrgyzstan, the champions of the second division last year. Amazing race last year. Highly recommended. Find it online and just watch the finals for the second division in 2021. Kyrgyzstan was simply remarkable in that race. Certainly they made mistakes today, but that's not to say that Kyrgyzstan is going to miss the semi-finals this year. Only positive comments remain after watching the first crew performances in these individual hits. Right now, the 27 crews for 21 countries had already finished their performances in these individual hits. Only a few more are going to feature today. We're in for another 2 events of the second division. And right now, we're back to Belarus. 23-year-old Denis Moisenko, the gunner for the Republic, strikes on the target, just shatters it, leaving us no doubt to supremacy of Belarus in this race. Amazing fire accuracy. Only 2.5 minutes is separating Belarus from the race leaders Russia, giving us more suspense and giving Belarus a chance to yet steal the game from Russian Federation. Now China is following closely in second lap. 15 minutes time elapsed into the race. The fourth target proved too challenging, however, another still remains for the Chinese tankers. Now, we're going to the current positions at the top of the screen. Russia, Belarus, China, and Kyrgyzstan is following. Yet, this is not over yet, and it's too early to call. That's not the end. We just could have some unexpected surprises today. Certainly, we're still at the edge of our seats, holding our fingers crossed for all of these first division teams. Right now, we're watching the coaxial Kalashnikov tank machine gun 7.62 millimeter being loaded to engage in the next fire mission on the enemy anti-tank missile unit target. And let's see the Chinese tank proceed to the firing point. We're getting some excellent camera work today, giving us some amazing images of this powerful armor. Right now, we did see certain mistakes in this race. However, let me tell you, this division's race has been remarkable in terms of obstacles passed, targets hit. Certainly all of the crews this year are giving us a remarkable performance, especially speaking of yesterday's show, the second division clash. Highly recommended. Now, dear friends, don't forget that the 1st of October celebrates the Day of Ground Forces in the Russian Federation. History of the ground forces stretches back to the 1st of October 1550. On that day, Tsar Ivan IV issued his decree to constitute the first regiments of the ground forces of the Russian Federation. And 1st of October, dear friends, remains the birthday of Russia's ground forces. So, Belarus into the trench, clearly passing through the obstacle. Now, we just saw a replay where Kyrgyzstan team just knocked one of the obstacle poles, indicated by the red flag from the lineman. They will need to take a penalty lap. Belarus is at the finish line, 21-26. Amazing performance, putting them in the second position in this race. Now, dear friends, Belarus has certainly amazed us this year. We were happy with the 5 missions. Top accuracy, careful driving, racing of the Belarus team. Now everyone at the command post are putting their hands together to congratulate the Belarus tankers. Introducing the crew for Belarus, Senior Lieutenant. Congratulations to our brothers from Belarus. Senior Lieutenant Artyom Rys. Senior Warrant Officer Denis Moisenko was the gunner, and the driver was the Corporal Andrei Zelevich from Belarus. Now still in the second position in this race. However, China is still 2 minutes behind. Anything is possible because China has just destroyed their third target, shattering the glass. For the best of luck for all the teams, for all of the fans, all of the audiences, online and offline. Certainly, they're making this happen today. And these top teams are on top of their game in this unique motorsport event. Now back to Kyrgyzstan, engaging the enemy anti-tank missile unit target. Let's hope they can improve on their fire accuracy with machine guns, making amends for the previous misses on the tanks. Right now, he shatters and it's done! Bingo for Kyrgyzstan, begging them the second machine gun fire mission. The gunner Sanjan Baganbekov for Kyrgyzstan asked us that this show is dedicated to his mother. His mother is watching her favorite son perform in this amazing spectacle of adrenaline-fueled action, and we're sure she's now crying with pride for her son. Now Kyrgyzstan is taking place in the first division for the first year actually in the first division, not performing sometimes in terms of fire accuracy, however still proving themselves to definitely be a top team. Just now in the Armenian turn, a mistake was made on the minefield obstacle by the team. And they're called an Armenian turn, dear friends, because this year Armenia crews reminded us of this forgotten nickname back in 2014 during training rounds. Armenia crew flipped their tank after a drifting turn in this long straight. And hopefully we had not seen any overturned vehicles this year. But it wasn't through the lack of trying this year. They saw the race stopped, they saw disqualifications, but certainly lent a lot of character to this tournament. Thank Armenia for this amazing, unforgettable performance. However, not to be repeated because the team was disqualified for ramming one of the other team tanks yesterday. Watch it in the replays on YouTube. Also highly recommended. Amazing, unforgettable clash worthy of the first division. And the first crew for Russian Federation set 2042 and the third crew 2044. Almost same, only 2 seconds apart. What a pity for People's Republic of China, having to take a pit stop due to the fault on one of the obstacles. They're going to waste valuable seconds before reaching the finish line, setting them clearly into the third position. Just look at the replay, how dangerous that was. This is Kyrgyzstan at the penalty laps. Almost losing the penalty lap distance and going into the bush. Now coming back on track. Certainly this is not a highway to speed. However, some of the teams are certainly making us happy with their amazing motorsport performances and terrific results for this race. We just could call the top 3 for the race. Congratulations to People's Republic of China. Third position in this individual heats race. Amazing performance from the top 3 teams. Russia remains the leader, followed by Belarus, and People's Republic of China is now flying its national colors, proudly saluting their coaches, their fans, their supporters in the stands, introducing the team. Liu Jie, the tank commander, gunner Sergeant Fu Yui, and the driver Junior Sergeant Wang Zhanhua. Thank you for this memorable performance. Well done on behalf of People's Liberation Army. Certainly, this was the expected fire accuracy for all of the top 3 teams. We saw some top speeds also reached at this track today, almost 80 kilometers an hour. 2 complete combos scored on the tank targets, on the machine gun fire missions by Russia and Belarus. China and Kyrgyzstan also never failed to amaze us with their spectacle that they put on in this tank biathlon anniversary edition for the 8th Army International Games. But ladies and gentlemen, don't go too far away. Kyrgyzstan is about to finish their 3rd lap, and today we also expect another 2 second division showdowns featuring Iran, Zimbabwe and South Ossetia in the first, and in the last 9th heat of this individual series featuring Republic of Abkhazia, Tajikistan and Sudan. In the next week we're also going to see the amazing, unforgettable performances from the semi-final and the final relay races. Now, unfortunately, we are watching Kyrgyzstan take their penalty pit stop just before the finish line. And stand reminded, friends, that the final will take place on the 27th of August. News just in. A decision was taken by the chief referee that the pit stop given to People's Republic of China is going to be deleted. The time spent at the pit stop is going to be struck from the Chinese team. There was a disputable scuffing of one of the poles at the minefield, but thanks to the video reviews, it was determined that it was a clean passage of the minefield by Team China. The time wasted in this penalty pit stop is going to be given back to the team. And now Kyrgyzstan, welcome at the finish line, 38-42. All of the fans for Republic of Kyrgyzstan are on their feet. Well, this is the this race. Bravo! And let's name this crew once again. Shaipul is back, Senior Lieutenant, Tank Commander for Kyrgyzstan. Junior Sergeant Sanjar Bucketbecker, Gunner and driver Dilmurod Azizov. Well, Shaib, this was a fine race. Certainly putting in your best. However, missing some tank targets. Nonetheless, we're quite happy with Kyrgyzstan performance. Still worthy of the first division. Kyrgyzstan is now exchanging military salutes, congratulating all of the fans here at Alapina, all of the fans at Zvezda, the Star TV channel, also the Ministry of Defense, website mail.ru, online audiences, YouTube and RuTube. Thank you for this show. Thank you for joining us, dear friends. This was certainly an unforgettable last first division clash for this tank biathlon anniversary edition. Once again, don't go away. We still have 2 second division events on the menu for today, featuring in the lists some of the strongest second division teams. And these are the total rankings for this race. Top place remains Russia, undefeated champions, at 20 minutes and 44 seconds with maximum speed of 80 kilometers an hour in this remarkable race. Thank you. Now we're going to the total rankings table for Division 1, where the first 2 crews, the first and third crew from Russia, this is almost the final table now. It will hardly be changed this year. Now, these are the results. First and third crew, Russia, first 2 positions, followed by Belarus, 21-26. Fourth position belongs to second crew, Russia team, followed by China third, Belarus first, Kazakhstan third, and then closing the rankings, Mongolia, Azerbaijan, and 3104. And the second page of the last of the lists belongs to Venezuela. They are really closing the rankings this year, and unfortunately it looks like Venezuela is out of the semi-finals this year. Certainly a pity for this first division team, which might well relegate them into the second division next year. Well, certainly all of these teams are putting in their 100%, but sometimes it's not good enough. However, dear friends, today we saw that the clash ran hot for all of these top teams. Certainly a remarkable race. The highlights, Kyrgyzstan in the 4th position, featuring the third crew for this republic. Some mistakes were made. Over-anxiety perhaps caused the misses on the tank targets. Just yesterday we spoke to the crew. I spoke to them personally, and the guys were worried. According to the toss, Kyrgyzstan ended up in the lined-up match against the strongest world teams, Russia, China and Belarus. This presented a serious challenge to this novice team in the first division. Now let us hope for a better performance yet next year. After the hearing of the referee commission tonight, we're going to learn the names of the semi-finalists. Kyrgyzstan might yet make it into the semi-finals. now China, one of the strongest world teams. Practically no mistakes were made. Perfect combo was struck on the tank targets. However, they missed the next helicopter target, where they lost the penalty lap time, perhaps costing them the second position denied by Belarus. There was an argumentative dispute at the minefield obstacle. However, Team China was returned this penalty pit stop time. And just look at Chinese fans pouring their hearts out for their team in the stands. And now, the second position in this clash belongs to Team Belarus, our brother nation. As usual, certainly follow the way forward, breathing neck to neck to Russian team, always going shoulder to shoulder. Amazing performance, unforgettable clash from Belarus, and Belarus enters the top 3 leaders thanks to Team 3, thanks to third crew from the Republic. And by the way, dear friends, right now in front of the Glory Mount, we can see the Kyrgyzstan tank flying past. We're going to look at them later. And right now, over to the reigning, undefeated, undisputed champions of the track, the Russian Federation. This young cadets from Kazan Higher Tankers Academy, the famous cradle of world-class tankers, headed by the chief of Chief of General Staff, Russian Federation, Deputy Minister of Defense, Valery Gerasimov, the Army General. Russian Federation is also a graduate of this tank college. And today, Russia proved us that they're able to go all the way, never stopping, never holding back, and making us so happy today with this remarkable, emotion-fueled clash, giving them the first position, flying the flag high, and allowing us remarkable, unique motorsport event that's called Tank Biathlon. And this was the individual heats race for the first division, final race. And today, once again, please note, 2 second division crews are going to take the field. Second, running at 11:15. This was your all-time Tank Biathlon host, Nikolai Fedorov. And co-hosting for the English-speaking audiences, Dmitry Kulinsky. Take care of each other, love each other, and your Ministry of Defense, Russian Federation, always remains next to you.